Our house, our rental was $10,000 in Calabasas. $10,000. I would say our biggest challenge, because everything is not rosy, right?
Of course not.
And she started less than 90 days ago.
Really?
And in that time, she's made over $20,000.
What?
Yes.
This powerhouse woman moved her businesses and family from California to Mexico and saves over $10,000 per month. She's gonna teach you how you could do the same. I'm Heather and I'm here with Nechelle, and we both live in San Miguel de Allende, Mexico. So today we're gonna be talking about how she runs both of her businesses here from Mexico, how she started them, and how her family is thriving here. Because I wanna know what that pivotal point was in your business or your family that made that shift from California to Mexico. And
absolutely,
walk us through that story.
Yes, so back in, let's see, 2022, we have an amazing doctor in LA. She takes our blood work like every 3 to 6 months.
Oh, that's nice.
She's like on it. And Tony's PSA level was concerningly high. It took us almost a year to get a cancer diagnosis.
Wow.
Yes. And so that kind of like rocked our whole entire world. And again, I always wanted to live out of the country.
Yes.
And I was like, I think this is the right time. Let's try going to Europe, Mexico. We had looked at Dominican Republic. We were looking wherever we thought we could make a home for our still young kids still at home. And one of the biggest things was, as entrepreneurs, there's no like time off, there's no family leave, there's no paycheck unless we're showing up.
Exactly, when you're not working, nobody's making
Exactly. And so it was like, okay, we don't know what's ahead of us with this cancer diagnosis. Let us figure out where we can go, where we can get some like good organic food.
Oh, yes.
You know, some naturopathic healing along with Western medicine, where we can lower our expenses
100%.
Because the weight of what we carried in LA, right, was so huge, and we didn't know if he was going to be able to work, for me to have to carry both the real estate and the influencer business and our children, right? Just because they leave the home, they're still your children, right? So it was so many things that were going on, and I will tell you, the cost of what we were spending in LA, outside of regular bills, just our cost of living, the horseback riding and all of that stuff, our house, our rental was $10,000 in Calabasas. $10,000, okay?
Oh my goodness.
There were some months during the summer where our electricity bill was $1,500 alone. And then of course, if you are getting organic foods and all of that stuff, we're spending $1,500, $2,000 on food, the horseback riding lessons, the art lessons, all of that stuff. I would say we were at about $17,500 just for living expenses. Car notes, insurance, all of that stuff.
Yes, and nothing extra fancy either. It's just living.
No, I mean, I'm a little fancy. No, basic stuff. We had some nice cars, but still the basics, right? The basics for LA living at the end of the day.
Wow.
Yeah, so when we came down here and I was like doing my research, watching my YouTube videos, this house that we're in now, 5 bedrooms.
5 bedroom.
All en suite with their own bathrooms.
Yes.
2 half baths, one on the first floor, a half bath on our rooftop deck.
Yeah, the terrace. Ooh.
Yes. Then we have this beautiful backyard.
With a private pool back there.
Yes, exactly. All for the whopping, huge cost, $2,500.
Oh my gosh. So to go from $10,000 a month in Calabasas to $2,500.
A 75% savings. Wow. 75, like who reduces their living expenses by 75%?
And I know you mentioned that your electrical in Calabasas was like sometimes
$1,500. Yes.
And here it's probably pennies compared to that.
It is. I think we get our electricity bill every 2 months.
Yeah.
And it might be a few $100s. I mean, there's still a lot of us here.
Yes.
So
but we can leave the windows open. Again, it goes back to that no bugs are coming in.
Exactly.
The
and the weather is so mild and amazing here in San Miguel that it worked out perfectly for us. So just decreasing that $7,500. Now, a lot of people, they move out of the country for like savings maybe, right?
Yeah.
Like I moved for an upgrade in living.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
I love it.
Yes.
And you're still saving. You have a
Still
tremendous
saving
upgrade.
For an upgrade.
Yeah.
We have a driver. I have multiple chefs from different cuisines that deliver food to us.
I need to get those numbers.
You do. Thai, Indian, Jamaican,
Wow.
like everything, Mexican, healthy eating, all of that stuff here. Yeah, it is just amazing. Yes. So our lifestyle here in Mexico is from social. We are always at dinner parties. There's always someone inviting you over for drinks.
I see your girls leaving to go meet friends at the mall.
Absolutely, or they
yeah.
go down to Centro. Even here in our community, we have our little events at the clubhouse, game night.
Our game night, potluck. We did a Halloween party recently.
An amazing Halloween party. So all of those things, it's the craziest thing, but I work probably harder in our businesses here because we have so many great things happening than I did in LA, but I spend so much more time with my kids, with my husband, with my mother, with my friends. It is.
It's like the quality of life improves and things slow down, but it gives you the opportunity to focus on certain areas a little bit more.
Absolutely. So we just have such a full social life here. And the kids they have friends, both Mexican and expats or immigrants. It's so great to be here.
I love it. Okay, Nechelle, so now take us back to the details of running your businesses from Mexico, like the software, the internet. I know if you have some staff that work in different places, and how is it kind of getting back to the US? Because you're international, baby.
Yes, indeed.
So talk to us about that.
It's a lot easier than people think.
Yes.
So we have 2 internet services here, okay? So that we have redundancy, because having service and being connected to our team around the world is extremely important. So Starlink, we must have our Starlink. Yes, you must have Starlink, and you can take it with you everywhere. So that really helps us have consistent connectivity back to everyone else. So that's really, really important. Now, our team across both of our businesses, they're in 4 countries and 6 time zones.
Wow.
Yes. So we are used to working multiple time zones. A lot of our clients are in Europe, in Asia. And so it's really normal for us to need that. And that's why we have teams like everywhere. We have a whole team in the Philippines. We're building a new one in Nigeria and Africa. Obviously, we have our US team. We have a team here too. So it really makes for just a much easier way to do business. And we do have some experience working in multiple different countries already.
It makes the world feel so small. Just you saying that you're operating your businesses with multiple countries.
Yes.
So cool.
Yes. Now, internet, super, super important. But so is like Google Meet or Zoom. We use Google Meet.
You do a lot of video chats.
Yes, we do so many video chats, whether it's educational on the real estate side or even we do 5 days a week training for our creators across, content, TikTok Live, Shop, a whole bunch of things. And so it's really important. We cannot afford not to have, internet. Now, when you're living abroad, sometimes, even in the States for us, the electricity is down. But we have great friends here who share a lot of resources, and you can actually get it's a rechargeable battery that you plug in. And then if the power does go out, you can have your internet still plugged into it and the battery continues to run for 12 hours.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes, so we are never down.
Yeah, and I know we have a neighbor who's amazing that has solar panel. So she gets all of her electric from solar paneling. And so when the power has gone out, we've been like, can we run the blender for a second?
She's right next door. So we even jumped on her internet sometimes before we got our battery situation set up.
I love that.
I definitely recommend having a generator. I recommend that in the US as well.
I think it's
seems
smart.
like, everywhere we live, the power goes, the power seems to go out. So having that generator just allows your life to keep going, right?
Yes.
So that's really important to be able to do that. I would say our biggest challenge, because everything is not rosy, right?
Of course not.
There are challenges. Our biggest challenge has been banking.
Okay.
That has been a big, big challenge for us. There was a time we didn't know if we were going to be able to continue to run our business here. We had literally, between business and personal accounts, over 3 banks. had law or fintech, right? Because not everything's a bank. I learned that while here too. We lost accounts because of like fear of fraud because we were far away, right? So if our VPN is pinging from Mexico and then Texas and LA and all of those things, the banks are so like concerned about everything and making sure you are who you're supposed to be and that's your account and someone hasn't gotten it.
Wow, so they're being extra protective with fraud, but then it makes it harder for you to do your business.
Exactly.
I wouldn't have even thought of that.
It's happened to us even personally. I remember a couple of years ago, we traveled to Costa Rica and we took a very long drive to get to our resort. And our debit card wouldn't go through.
Oh no.
And we're sitting there, everyone's super tired. It's like an 8-hour trek we had to take. And we're waiting and I had to call and be like, it's me, I promise it's me. What do you need? Blood type, social security. Like my firstborn, I'll give you whatever. Please just get my card back.
No.
And we were there for I think almost 2 weeks and I had to keep calling because they kept blocking it. And so I was a little used to that, but I wasn't prepared for how serious it would get. Wow. I'm gonna have to talk to Bank of America next time I'm in the States. After 25 years with Bank of America, they took my personal account and one of our business accounts. Wow. Yes, and then one account that we did for one of our other businesses that we got to keep, we had a flag that we had to call and they were like, well, I think here I can see it bounced in like Texas and LA and Mexico, and so they're just concerned. Wow. And I'm like, I appreciate the concern, but when I call, can't you push a button or something that says, Nechelle's in Mexico, guys, like let her slide, it's okay, it's her, I swear. So that was a huge
the
challenge.
US banks that have been the most challenging.
Exactly, and then with the new administration, a lot of crazy things have been happening just in the markets in the US.
Because do you have a bank here in Mexico as well?
We don't.
Okay.
And so that was something we had to look into. So Charles Schwab was one that was a US here connection.
And works internationally without additional fees. It's
and
really
we
great.
have a loan with Santander. And so they're here. So we had to start understanding where our connections already existed.
Yes.
I absolutely though recommend getting a bank account here.
Yeah.
It's an absolute. I think it just makes things easier.
Yeah, we have one here and it's made a huge difference.
Or for Charles Schwab, and just the cost of getting money into the country and all of the conversion rates and stuff. So that was a really tough time for us. We couldn't get our money. We couldn't get any money. Ooh. Yeah, it was really, really crazy. And there were some times where we had to go to the States just to get big checks, deposit stuff. It was it was a struggle.
So that was the biggest challenge. That's been the biggest challenge. Okay.
So now I understand. If we choose another country, if we, move somewhere else in Mexico, whatever it might be, I know how important it is to make sure that our personal banker in the States knows where we're going, that we have a clear financial plan to how to get money here and how to, get it back out. And we're used to paying an international team.
Sure.
That even failed for us, because
that's difficult.
Because the other thing you have to make sure is that you always have a US address. Oh. Because even the virtual platforms like a Wise.com, which is very popular, you have to have a US base.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and so there were a lot of surprises there, but we learned.
You learned.
Yes, so now
and this is
you
why
all will know.
Yes,
you all know. Call me if you need help. Getting that financial system set up is super, super important. Yeah. So that was probably our biggest challenge here. Really, everything else has been easy.
Yes.
People always ask us how are you adjusting? And I'm adjusting to what?
Yeah, it's an instant acclamation.
Yes, I have a driver now. There's cooks. What am I adjusting to? City Market. Shout out to City Market.
Oh, we love City Market.
Yes, when we were moving here, I went on YouTube and someone did a video about City Market and the local tiendas. And I saw City Market and I was like, Mom, we're gonna be fine. We're good.
It is like higher end, I think,
Then
even
Whole
than Whole Foods.
It's so
Yes.
much higher end. They've got restaurants, they've got a saltwater fish tank. It's amazing.
Yes.
It is truly amazing. So I'm like, okay, I have everything I need.
Yes.
What am I adjusting to?
Yeah.
I wake up and my life is better.
I feel like when we go back to the States or we travel outside of San Miguel, I have to adjust.
Yes, it
Funny.
is. But you know what? 45 minutes away is Costco.
Yes.
And Walmart. And
Yes.
like everything else
It's
you need.
not far at all. So Nechelle, because you're running your business from Mexico, you probably have to go back to the States quite a bit. So what's the easiest way to kind of get in and out of San Miguel from travel? Like, what would you do?
Yeah, so you can go out of Querétaro, QRO,
QRO.
yes, or León, BJX.
Okay.
Okay, so you got two options.
Yes.
Sometimes I've actually gone to Mexico City.
Yes, that's the third option.
Yes.
It's a little bit further.
It is, but I've gone there too. And it is actually a direct flight from León to LA, 3.5 hours.
That's amazing.
It really is. And they're adding some additional direct flights out of Querétaro as well.
Okay. Because
So,
Querétaro
yes.
is about an hour from San Miguel. The
Yeah,
airport.
they're both about an hour, hour and
Yeah.
a half. Yeah, something
And then,
like that.
since you have your driver, does he take you there, or do you
He
get
does.
a shuttle? What do you
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, all right? If I'm going,
Yes.
I always take my driver.
Yes.
If my teenagers, my young adults, or Tony, my husband, is
Yeah.
going, I send them on Bahia Go.
Yes.
Yes, and that is a shared shuttle.
I think it's funny how you say it, because even the shared shuttle is really nice.
It is.
They
It
give
is
you
really
water.
nice.
It's convenient, but
It
having
is.
your driver is.
It's nothing like having the driver take you. He has my playlist.
Oh.
Yes, yes. So shout out to Carlos. I don't want to tell you his last name because I don't want you like finding him too.
And stealing him.
Yes. So he plays my playlist
That's
every time
great.
I get in the car. And that's actually something. We don't even have a car here.
Yes.
Not
yeah.
necessary.
You don't need it.
No, we take Ubers.
Yep.
And I don't even want to tell because in LA, an average Uber is like $40, $50.
That's insanity.
Yeah, I don't even want to tell you what it is here, like $2 to $5. I don't want to tell you though. It's so inexpensive. We don't even need a car.
Right.
Yeah. So we take our driver, or we take an Uber, and that's all we need.
I love that there have been some times that I'm taking an Uber to come home for whatever reason. We do have a car here, primarily because our boys are very little and it's a little easier to throw them in the car. But I was taking an Uber and I pull up and I get out and then I see you guys coming and they use the same Uber that we have. So they know Nechelle's family.
They do. We have our regulars.
Yes.
We do. So
Okay.
yes, it's perfect traveling back and forth.
So now share with us why your family specifically chose San Miguel de Allende.
Okay, so we were looking at a bunch of different places. And it was really important for us to be as close to the older kids that were still going to be in the States.
Yes.
So I wanted to go to Malaga, Spain, of course. That's where I was trying to go. But Tony was like, that's too far. It's like 8 and some hours, right? Like 8.5 hours.
Yes, the time zone.
Exactly. And then we had friends who were expats, immigrants really, in Dominican Republic. And so we were like, okay, at least we know people there. But again, there was no direct flights to get right back to LA. So that was a no-go. Very hot and humid. That is actually one of the top reasons we chose San Miguel de Allende, because it is not humid. The weather is super mild. For those Californians, it's like a San Diego sort of feel. And that was really important to us. We like the beach, but we don't need to live by the beach.
You can vacation to the beach. That's what we say.
Exactly. So we
and it's
always
a quick flight.
It's such an inexpensive quick flight. A friend of ours got a $30 flight.
No way.
Yes, to PV, to Puerto Vallarta.
Yes.
So it was like, it's really easy to get around here once you're within the country. So that's really helpful. But we wanted what's called a soft landing, right? So we wanted to go where there were going to be other expats, where conveniences were going to be available, because my mother is older, right? And so we knew we needed a good medical system in place. We needed to have easy access to prescriptions. We had young kids, not that young, not as young as your babies, but they were still young. So we needed to make sure, and that's the thing, like we actually chose to keep our kids in online school in California.
Wow.
Yes, so they're in online school in California, and we knew that way if we ever needed to go back, they could transition easily back into their same district, into brick and mortar. and we're loving it. So, you know, that wasn't a necessity, but they are in school there. There's definitely school options here, private school options, public school options. And that worked for us. It just happened to work for us.
Yeah.
So San Miguel was just an ideal place. It also happened to have been named like #1 best cities in the world by Travel and Leisure, like a gazillion times.
So many times.
So when I read it, I was like, okay, it's on the international stage. Everything's gonna be great. They call this like a protected bubble. And so I was like, that really sounds like me. And I live in a gated community with beautiful amenities. Remember, this is where I get to work. Yes, it's so fabulous. And so that was really important to us to be here. But I will tell you that we are at a very high elevation, almost 6,000 like feet above sea level. And so I got here and I was so exhausted the first couple of weeks. It happened to me too. And I was like, what is going on? And so, you know, I Googled. Yes. This was before ChatGPT. Yeah. I Googled. I said, why am I so tired in San Miguel de Allende? Like, I speak to Google and chat just like they're people. So I asked the full question. And they were like, it's the elevation. And I was like, that was not in the Facebook groups. Like, they didn't tell me that beforehand.
I'm so glad you mentioned it because it's true. Not often people know that you have to acclimate to the high elevation. Yes. We moved from Texas, and that's like
we were right
floor.
there. LA, we're on sea level, right? We just roll up into the ocean. So that was a big adjustment. Now, they told me that when I went back to the States and back to a lower level, that I was gonna have all this energy like I could run a marathon. No. I don't know where that, maybe you had to be in good shape beforehand. I'm working on it. I have a personal trainer here.
That's another benefit.
Yes, shout out to Frank Endurance. So many shout outs. There are so many fabulous people here in San Miguel de Allende. So yes, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna be running a marathon when I get back. The adjustment to go back and forth has really been simple. So it has been ideal, but San Miguel was everything. There's culture here, there's art. There's, I think
the
now, right, because I'm about to say, I think now there's like close to 500 restaurants
here. I believe
you.
I believe you.
And there's everything from top of the line, steak houses, to small little taco
Michelin
places.
Star,
yes, it is just so fabulous to eat here, and I'm a big foodie.
Same.
So food was very important, very important. And actually, I think I just saw that San Miguel was named again back-to-back years #1 best city in the world by Travel and Leisure readers. And it's a magical place.
It is. It's a magical city.
It is magical. I think it has something to do with the rose quartz as well.
Yes, there are rose quartz underneath in the mountain of San Miguel.
Yes, that's what I understand.
I've heard
so
that
everyone's
too.
like, I think it's the magical pull. But it's a healing place. And remember, we came to San Miguel for some healing.
Yes, you did.
So it has been great. And Tony's health is wonderful. We went back to the States for treatment. We could have done it here, but our insurance covered it there.
Oh, then that makes sense.
So we were able to do that. Even here, when we don't have access to our prescriptions, the cost is so affordable here to get our prescriptions. And a lot of times, again, that gatekeeping, like the system in the US, where you can't get regular medications you need without your doctor.
Right.
A lot of that doesn't exist here. There are some that do require, you know, their substances that are watched carefully, but the regular stuff that you need to survive is readily available for you.
And I love it. And again, you could just WhatsApp Dr. Osvaldo Garcia and he helps you out.
He will help you. Yes, love it. So it's been great here in San Miguel de Allende. I personally don't have a reason to want to go anywhere else in Mexico. Like, this gives me everything.
It gives you everything.
Everything. And anything that I want to reach is right close, is a short flight somewhere, is an inexpensive flight. And we have the Mayan ruins. Like, we have culture here. Hot springs, the Mayan baths. Shout out to the Mayan baths. I know I have so many shout outs, but there's so many great places here. You could spend hours at the Mayan baths just getting a massage. The food is so good there. Like, the food
I still haven't
here,
been there. I need
oh
to
my
go.
God, you will have to go.
Oh, let's do it.
On a Saturday. No kids. There are no kids allowed. No kids. Yes. So yes, it's been just so great to be here in San Miguel.
I love it. I have absolutely loved hearing about your process and your adventure and how you and your family are here in Mexico. And at the beginning of the episode, we mentioned how you too can do the same. So San Miguel has become this place of reinvention. We talk about it being a magical city, but it's even more than that. It's more than the culture and the beauty. It's a place where you can reinvent. So you brought your family here and you have worked with your businesses here. But for someone who's maybe watching that isn't quite sure what they can do next, maybe they are working a job that they don't love, or maybe they have a business that they would love to work abroad, or maybe they need to reinvent themselves. So what type of advice would you give that person?
Well, I absolutely say go for it.
Yes.
It is a must. The experiences that you're gonna have, the people you're gonna meet, the friends you're going to make, that's enough to know that your life is gonna be okay when you come to a place like San Miguel de Allende. Now, as it relates to making money here, social media is obviously a great opportunity because there are no boundaries.
Exactly.
It's an international opportunity to make yourself the brand. We have one individual, she's actually an actress. She joined, we have a new contract with TikTok for TikTok Live, and she'd never been live before. And she started less than 90 days ago.
Really?
And in that time, she's made over $20,000.
What?
Yes, over $20,000. And she will tell you this is the quickest money she's ever made in any place. Wow. Certainly the most money she's ever made on social media, and she had been there before.
Yeah.
But we have creators that literally had thousands of followers, like when I say thousands, I mean like 2,000.
Okay.
2,000 followers, and they're making thousands of dollars on TikTok right now. And that doesn't include all the other platforms, all of the monetization opportunities. I actually met a group that was here, World Schoolers, and I met a lovely mom. Yes. And I won't say her name for privacy reasons, but I met her and she was looking for other ways that she could earn money while her family traveled around the world. And I was like,
this is the place right here.
It's a no-brainer, right? Social media is the key to so many people's like financial futures because the playing level, like the playing field is even. You didn't need to go to college. You didn't even need to finish high school. You didn't need to have a certain certification, right? Like all of those things, they're not there, right? You have a camera, you have a phone. Literally, I suggest a phone because these phones these days.
I know, there's some fake.
Listen, they've even filmed movies on an iPhone,
That's
right?
insane.
Like, yes, it's crazy. But you have very few devices necessary and you can literally reach the world.
Yes.
So I always say like figuring out how to leverage social media for whether you have a business, whether you yourself are the brand, is the key to having success living anywhere within the world. And then when you have a background like this, obviously doing social media is a no-brainer. Like people love to live vicariously through you and all of your travels and all of our adventures. We're able to show that on social media and let people know it's okay. You'll be okay leaving the States, right? Leaving your state. You can do it too. Very simple. Get yourself a phone, which you probably already have.
Yes.
You already have a phone. And you can make your money from that phone alone. Now, if you're running a business, again, number one is get how you're going to get money in and out and your finance. Yes, banking, huge. That like be the number one thing I would figure out. Making sure wherever you go, if it's in San Miguel, there's a gazillion opportunities and options for internet. So Starlink could be your friend though. Shout out to Starlink. You need to send me a check. But yes, so Starlink, yes, having your internet together so that you can reach everyone. Another no-brainer for something that you have to have in place when choosing to live abroad and work or run your business from abroad. I'm trying to think of like what, like literally just be open to the culture and the community. Don't come here and not learn Spanish. I'm struggling, y'all. Look.
But you're doing it. That's
I'm
what I love.
doing it. Like, and the more we're here, the more immersion. Hearing my children learning Spanish from just being here, it's so wonderful. And it really just expands what is possible, right? What is possible for them. And I have many friends who've come here and started businesses locally.
Yes.
And whether you are just doing a general business or you're catering to tourists or expats, A good friend of mine, Michelle Wedderburn, you know, I did watch her. She was on a House Hunters International when she moved here.
Yes.
Now
She's so lovely. I've
She
met her.
is,
Yeah.
and now she helps other people relocate here, right? So she has a business locally that she has expanded to help others realize the same dream, like literally the dream that we are living.
Yes.
And so those are the things, like when you meet people, I actually will say also spend a lot of time on Facebook. There's gonna be a group, it doesn't matter what city you choose, what country you choose, there is going to be a gazillion Facebook groups of people who are either have already done what you're trying to do, or they're like you trying to do it.
Yes.
And so you're gonna find so many resources. That's one of the reasons why our
That helped
kids,
us.
yes, it was so easy for them to transition. I had found, I'll shout out to Kirsten and Team Connect. This mother created this beautiful community here of expats, immigrants, and local Mexican people. And that gave us exposure to everyone. But we arrived on a Tuesday, and on that Saturday, we were at an event at her house with literally 50 teens and their families. It was amazing. Our kids immediately had friends.
Yes.
And so those are the sort of things that make the transition to somewhere outside of the United States just so much easier.
It's like a plug-in community. And
It
that's
is.
what I loved about coming here, and I shared in several episodes, is that we were just gonna vacation, but we decided to stay because you connect with people immediately, you feel that it's your home,
Yes.
and there are just so many endless opportunities. And you just have to be willing to get out of your comfort zone, try it out. And wait, your family visited San Miguel before you moved here, right?
No, I have to tell you this.
Okay.
So we had only even been to Mexico like on a cruise. So
Oh,
like
yeah.
the ports, you know, I'm from New
Not
York.
even really Mexico.
No, so we're like East Coast,
Yes,
right? So
yes.
like that's Puerto Rico, DR, that's, you know, Bahamas, the Caribbean. We'd only been to Mexico literally on a cruise. I decided we were moving to San Miguel, which again, a lot of people do a little more planning, but I'm okay with those
Yes,
sort of things.
it's
I know
spontaneity.
Yeah,
There's
but I know I'm
excitement
gonna
of the
be
adventure.
okay.
Yeah,
Like I was
yeah.
like, we'll be fine. My mom has this saying, when you get there, you can buy it, right? So like I wasn't worried about coming here. But we had decided, let's say a few months prior, our house was being sold.
Yes.
And so
okay.
we had to go somewhere. So literally on a Friday night in September of 23, I got our plane tickets.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't have any place we were gonna stay yet. That Sunday, I was actually filming a piece for our influencer business with the news in Norway. I was this
Oh my
Norwegian
gosh.
station. Our house is like all packed up, but we're like doing some scenes at the recording studio in our kitchen. That Sunday, I pick our Airbnb. That Monday night, we were at the airport at LAX flying to San Miguel. Like, listen, you're overthinking it if you think it's gonna be complicated. I did that in a weekend. I put everything
believe you.
together,
Yeah.
Friday, Sunday,
And
on
then
a
you were
plane
on a plane
Monday.
Monday. And you've been in
Literally.
this beautiful home.
Yes, and,
And
yeah, we actually were staying in another Airbnb in this community, and we loved it so much. I mean, look at it, it's gorgeous. And it just even feels
Yeah.
my like spirit.
Yes,
You know what I'm
yes.
saying? Like the nature, the water features, the hummingbirds we have,
Oh,
like
I know.
all of that just really makes wanting to get up and get at it. And so you're gonna be inspired to come here and work and create.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I mean, my kids have done jewelry making classes. Like, there's so much here. And these are people who have brought their skill sets to San Miguel de Allende, and they have found a way to enjoy all of the culture, all of the community, all of the art here with their own creativity.
Yes, yes.
Right? Kirsten and Teen Connect.
And
she created a
musical theater.
business.
She has her musical
yes, she has
theater
musical
group.
theater. My daughters have been in that. There's just so many
Yes.
opportunities here. She does these amazing camps around Mexico for teens who are looking to find themselves.
Yes.
And so all of these things, like she brought her skill sets
Yes.
to another country and found a community that needed those services. So you too
Yes.
can find your place here. Like, I need you to set up my internet stuff, right? I had to have that done. Yeah.
Yes.
Need someone to install my Starlink.
Yes.
Really, there's not something that probably someone has a skill for that they're doing in the United States that they can't
Right.
still do from here. We have lots of friends who have jobs. I met a lovely, she's a professor,
Oh.
and she's in research at a college. and she gets to travel. They were here for 4 months.
Wow.
And then she has to go back for a little bit and come back,
That's so
right?
fascinating.
Yeah, so like there's so many stories of
Yes.
amazing people
It's
who
very
have come
true.
here, and there's so many different things you can do to be here.
Yes.
You can start a business, you can keep running your business.
Mm-hmm.
I met a lovely family as well. They just bought a business in Florida and they live here.
Wow.
Yes, it's a roofing business and they
Wow.
do, like all things around renovations. Now with technology,
I know.
the world is your
The
playground.
world is so small, you could live
It is.
anywhere.
Yes, and if you want to do real estate, we're doing several development
Yes.
projects here. Super
Yes, tell me
excited
about
for.
that. Now tell me a little bit about these developments that you have that you're working on here in San Miguel.
Yes, I mean, you can absolutely do real estate here in San Miguel de Allende. We've looked at the fix and flips, we've looked at short-term rentals here, but for us, we're in the development phase.
Yes.
So one of our exciting projects is called Lejona, and it is a dementia village. Yes, and so what a dementia village is basically a gated community
Okay.
where everyone who lives there has one of the forms of dementia at the various stages, and everyone who works there is trained to work with people living with dementia.
Okay.
So we recreate a movie theater, a grocery store, a restaurant, a hair salon
Okay.
within this gated community so that they can live with dignity and freedom that the normal, traditional lockdown medical facilities doesn't allow them to. And we're integrating a lot of technology and AI into the facility so that we can just improve the outcome for it.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That's dear to my heart because my grandma just passed away earlier this year and she had dementia. And she was in a facility in the States where it really was, I think they did the best they could, but it wasn't the quality of care that I know that she needed for her end of life. And she was paying something like $10,000 a month.
Yes, the cost for all of healthcare here are going to be
Yes.
so much more affordable. But even our dementia care village, there's nothing like it just yet in the United
Yes.
States. There's only about 40 in the world. This will be the first one for Mexico,
Wow.
the largest of its kind. It's going to be amazing. And the cost is
Yes.
going to be so much more affordable than the States. So it's really exciting to be able to do that. We're also looking at a few boutique hotels in Centro to
Ooh.
renovate.
I
And
can't
then we are
wait.
working on Vanias Villages, which is,
What?
yes, it is going to be behind the gates of a very well-known golf community here in a new
Wow.
area called Las Nubes. And we are very excited for that. It's going to be the first multifamily product there. So we have this product we call trademark triplex mansions, which is basically 2 townhomes and a condo, but on the outside it looks like a big house.
Wow.
And then there'll be single family homes there as well, and it's a wellness community. So we're gonna be pulling on that rose quartz, pulling that up. Yes, and focused on just better living and integrating technology. Technology is key to all of the
I
things
think
that we're
so, too.
doing. Yes.
Especially with your other side of the business.
Exactly.
Gotta tie them both
yeah,
together.
and our influencers will come down and do content at our
Wow.
hotels and at the development. So it's really exciting times here for sure.
Nechelle, it has been such a pleasure just sitting with you for this time period. I feel reinvigorated. I feel ready
Let's
to
go.
create more. So thank you so much. And if you are interested or have any questions, or you are just trying to find that space where you can just jump out there and do what you know you need to do, please subscribe, continue watching, and put a comment below, and we'll make sure to get back to you. And this won't be the last conversation I have
It
with
better
Miss
not
Nechelle.
be. I look forward to speaking to you all again.
Bye-bye.
Bye.